We cannot and must not, and we will not.
While it may seem like a calamity of the distant past, it was only 4 years ago that the Obama administration rode to the rescue of two Detroit automakers, General Motors and Chrysler. The federal government poured $80 billion into the companies, extending them a lifeline out of a looming bankruptcy. But it seems the city of Detroit won't get the same bailout, even after declaring a $20 billion debt, becoming the largest municipal bankruptcy in U.S. history. And this time around, city employees will feel it the most, as they're likely to see significant cuts to their pensions and post-employment health care benefits. But while a voice of concern is reverberating throughout the city, it hasn't quite overtaken another sentiment, one that's magnified over the last few years.
I've been here all of my life, and I've seen the good and the bad, and I feel like it is more good that's coming. There's people that's buying businesses, homes.
I see a lot of construction going on, a lot of people moving down here, a lot of job opportunities for people down here, and it's just becoming a vibrant city.
Detroit's a place where things can grow. There's room here, and there's fresh minds. People are moving here all the time, so I feel like there's unlimited potential here.
It's sincere optimism, which many experts say is a result of the innovators and investors that are taking a chance on the city. That's what took me to TechTown, a business incubator that's cultivating the startups that are advancing new technologies, an area that President and CEO Leslie Smith says has only grown.
The activity that we're seeing, in the Midtown and downtown is certainly exponentially different than it was 3 and 5 years ago in terms of the support for entrepreneurs, the funding for entrepreneurs, the opportunities for entrepreneurs to kind of grow and launch businesses here.
It's a snapshot of a booming tech industry that's taking Detroit by storm. According to Automation Alley's latest tech report, the growth has been so large that the city is now starting to outpace multiple national tech hubs like Boston, Chicago, and even Silicon Valley. Perhaps the greatest symbol of Detroit's tech renaissance is the Madison Building. Once a movie theater, the 50,000 square foot building is now home to over 300 entrepreneurs and American investors. Investments are giving the city a huge boost. But it's not just American entrepreneurs looking to Detroit as fertile ground. There's a whole host of foreign investors who are banking on the city's potential. Case in point, China. So far, over 60 Chinese companies have put down roots in Detroit, investing in a myriad of businesses and new vehicle technologies. Robert Ficano, who oversees Detroit as Wayne County executive, has been to China 7 times since 2005. He says the recent activity is sending a very powerful message.
They still see this as a strong economy. I mean, people I know get uptight about them buying our treasury bonds and things like that, but you got to step back and say, what does that mean? That means they believe in your economy.
And that belief in the economy is echoed by Detroiters who are starting to see their community change. One of those neighborhoods is Cass Corridor, an area that's seen unprecedented development with refurbished streets, new restaurants, and retail shops. Claire Nelson both works and lives in the neighborhood.
What I'm seeing is a lot of investment and creativity and innovation happening around retail, commercial districts. Finally, for the first time in a long time, there's more and more people experimenting with new ideas. New
ideas being brought to the city by new people, with a younger generation not only working in Detroit, but living here too, revitalizing the city one neighborhood at a time. And that's why people here say Detroit might just be carving out a new identity, perhaps not one solely defined by cars, but rather by the innovation that's bringing the city back to life. In Detroit, Mira David, RT.